I like the opening sequence of Seven, and I want my film introduction to be similar to it, because it creates tension and has a sense of mystery as you can't see what the main character looks like. I like how it shows lots of shots to give the audience clues about what the movie may be about. I also like the music used in the opening sequence, as it sets the eerie and scary feeling of the film. It has low drum beats which mirrors the audience's heartbeat, and I want to find a similar music to this because of the added suspense and tension. In the opening sequence of The Dark Knight, I like how it starts with an establishing shot as it shows where the movie is going to be set. It slowly zooms up on one window in a building where an explosion is set off. Throughout the opening sequence of The Dark Knight, the main character's face can't be seen because the camera is either behind him or he is wearing a mask. His face is only revealed at the end of the opening sequence. The mask the Joker wears and the gang member wear have a significant importance as it hides their identity but also their expressions are hidden. In the opening sequence of The Vacancy, although it only includes text, I really like the effects used. I like how the production company firstly drops onto the scene like a drop of blood, which establishes to the audience that it's going to be a scary film. The fact that the text is red makes it really stand out against the black background. I also like the effects used on the text, as it looks like blood is dripping. At the end of the title sequence, all the credits spin out overlapping, which makes it really confusing and disorientating. This slowly turns into a registration plate on a car. In addition, I really like the music used as it is very fast paced and increases your heartbeat. I have taken screen grabs of the responses to my survey on SurveyMonkey. I have posted it on Facebook so anyone can answer the survey and so I can gain more responses at any time. Mostly female members of 16 to 20 answered my survey. They are a typical target audience and their favourite genre of film is thrillers. They enjoy this genre of film because they like the element of tension and mystery. The kind of locations they expect to see in a thriller are rundown old buildings, woods, forests, deserted places, graveyards, police stations, and haunted houses. The effects they expect to see in a thriller are not too much blood and gore, but flashbacks, interesting camera angles, and creepy music that add to the suspense. The psycho stalker character in my film is someone who's going to be convincing that he is obsessed with someone. This character is going to be played by Ashley Morris. I've chosen Ashley because he has a strong interest in media and took a keen interest in being this role in my film, and I think he'd be very convincing. I have researched in the behaviour of stalkers and found that there are many types of stalking. These include rejected stalkers, resentful stalkers, intimacy seekers, incompetent suitors, and predatory stalkers. The type of stalking behaviour I'm looking for in this character is someone who is clearly mentally ill and as a cause of this has developed a psychological disorder where they have an obsession with someone and spam their victim as they are in love with them. This is known as incompetent suitors, as often their victims are already in a relationship with someone, like in the plot of my film where the victim is married but the stalker acts as if they are both in love with each other. The stalking victim in my film is someone who's going to be sophisticated but also has a certain vulnerability. This character is going to be played by Sarah Lynn Gellar. I have chosen Sarah Lynn because she is very confident, has an interest in acting and media, and I think she'll fit perfectly for the role of this character. For the opening sequence of my film, I want to create an element of suspense, tension and uncertainty. I'll be including a mixture of close-up to long shots where the identity of the stalker is hidden, only his hands or eyes being seen. The location of a busy street is where she'll be meeting her friends, so he can take pictures and watch her without being obvious to her or passerbys that he is watching or stalking her. It is very important that lots of people are on the street as the stalker cannot be seen and only watches from a distance. I will also need to take shots of the girls and her friends in a cafe, where he'll take shots of her from outside through the window. I will have the girl meeting her friends in the cafe and the stalker taking a picture of her as she walks in, as well as watching her from across the street disguised and taking pictures of her. It will then go to a picture frame in the office of a picture he took from the cafe, focusing out from a close-up of her face. It will then be set in the stalker's office. The stalker's office is where the pictures and some belongings of the girls are. The office is fairly small but big enough for the camera equipment to fit in. The walls will be blank and has some peeling wallpaper so it sets the scene, and so on one wall I can fill with pictures of the girl. The door will have to be locked so it can be a secretive room where no one can really go in. It will also be quite dark with either no windows or a small window. It will also be very dirty. The psycho stalker will be wearing black as he is in disguise and can't stand out too much as he doesn't want to be recognised by the victim or any passerbys. He will also be quite scruffy and dirty as he has a psychological disorder and won't look after himself very much as his thoughts revolve around the victim. The victim will be wearing just casual clothes, such as jeans, as she is meeting her friends. Props I will need in the start of the opening sequence is a camera, in which the stalker takes photos of the victim in the cafe. This doesn't necessarily have to be a real camera, as it is just a fake prop. There are loads of fake cameras in the media department, so I can use one of theirs. When it moves into the stalker's office, I will need lots of photos of the victim that will cover one wall. I can get these off Sarah Lynn. She plays the victim. I will also need photo frames in which more pictures of the victim will be. I will have some hair of the victim and some stacked old papers in which he writes to the victim but never gives to her, as well as keeps her details and keeps a list of everything she does. On iCal, I have made a time management system so I know when all the deadlines have to be made. I've also made personal deadlines so I know when each thing I need to do needs to be done. This helps me keep on top of it. I have set up a Twitter and YouTube account. I'm using a Twitter page to tweet about the process of my media project. I'm using a YouTube channel to upload any videos that I'm using or have made, including my preliminary task, any videos that I've researched, my mundane task, and the planning document.